With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Allen off the play fake. Swinging this out right here for Cook. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. But this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Hall again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Oh, eluding the tackle. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, here's Mitchell. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Shamrocks have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And that's going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one. And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. And that's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Hall. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. He'll look to throw.
First down, Shamrocks.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Back to the ground with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Give to Hall running right. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll set up to throw. Caught by Wilson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Mitchell. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Shamrocks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Bills nothing.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Palmer going to go in motion left. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Holding, receiving team.
A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Tackle made back at the 13-yard line.
Second and 13. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's got a man wide open, complete. He's to the 15. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Shamrocks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He's able to get it to Coleman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 43-yard line.
throw. That's caught right side by Palmer.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
1st and 10.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Allen off the bootleg. Now he's going to step up and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The 2-yard line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A great effort there with an amazing diving catch. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The 71 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's Hall again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 43, here's second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Fancy footwork in midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Third down pass. Intercepted. The Bills take over first and 10 at the 49.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Here's Allen to throw it. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Good for the Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Slot man moves right. To the air. Allen swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Second and 5 from the 8.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5. And the 8-yard
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Allen now looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
out of the gun. They run it with Hall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
They'll give to Hall. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28.
It's a gain of 18. And the Dublin 1st down.
He'll look to throw. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for number 10.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Cole Bishop on the coverage.
Straight ahead is Hall. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Shamrocks add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Well, he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Hall. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. And quickly, they get to the line.
Second and 9.
Caught by Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Shamrocks.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's second and 1.
At the 10-yard line.
A handoff for Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Now, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Shamrocks are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So good field position for the Bills as they come up first and 10 at their 38. Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle, it's caught. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
He's across midfield to the
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Look out! 319!
From the gun, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Shamrocks offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 120 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. Look at the big fella go. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now out come the Bills. CD, it's window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Hallett. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Complete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He's going to air one out. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite